Hi guys, it's Kelly here, and I am back with another video for Tonic Studios. Today's video is actually a little bit different for me as there is no coloring on here, but that's okay because there's lots of sparkle and that's totally me. So the products I'm going to be using today are some glitter paper from Tonic, and then I'm also going to be using this botanical burst, the linking ring stencil, the petal pattern stencil, Celebrate Sentiments, and then later on I'm going to bring in some dyes and some mica sprays. So I have these two different glitter pastes here. I thought it would be fun to do the glitter paste on top of glitter paper so that the entire pattern was glittery. So I'm going to do the pink one, the plum one, on the black, and this like cocoa colored one on the white. So I've got my stencil in place here. I'm just using some masking tape to hold that in place while I put the glitter paste on. Just making sure that everything's kind of flush down there. I'm going to use my little spatula to put on a super thin layer. Since I'm covering the whole piece, I didn't really know what shapes I was going to cut out yet, which is why I also didn't show you the dyes yet. Sometimes we're all just flying by the seat of our pants, right? So I'm going to cover the whole thing to make sure that I will have enough for whatever die cut I decide to use. And again, just, putting on a thin layer. Anything that is extra after it's over, I will scrape off and put back in the bottle so I don't waste it. The only thing that I do want to note here, and I know I note it every time that I use glitter paste, but it's because it's important and I want to make sure that you're doing it, is you want to wash off your spatula and your stencil right away. This stuff dries pretty fast, and it will adhere to your stencil. Now you still can get it off if it dries. You just have to do a little bit more scrubbing. So now here is the other one, the linking rings. I actually just opened this plum color and there was some left on the inside seal. So I just wiped that on there too. We're not going to waste any product. And then I'm going to do the pink right over top of it. Now, I'm sure some of you are like, you're putting pink over black. Is it going to be, are you even going to be able to see it? And the answer is yes. You will be able to see it. It's totally opaque, which is really, really nice because then it gives you a lot of options. You do, black cardstock or dark colored cardstock and lighter colored glimmer paste. That would look super cool. So here I'm just doing the same thing, filling in all the pieces, parts, spreading it out so it's super thin. And then after I did the first one, I took it to the sink and washed it, and then came back and did this one, and I'll do the same thing. I'll take this to the sink and wash it. I let mine dry overnight because I covered the entire surface area. So I wanted to make sure they were good and dry before I ran them through any sort of die cutting. Here, I am treating with my anti-static tool, and I'm going to be stamping in some clear embossing ink from Nuvo. Sorry, I had to readjust. I don't know what was going on there. And the banner is from the Celebrate Sentiments set, which I really like. I love a good banner. And then I used two of the floral bouquets or sprays that are in the Botanical Burst set. So I'm just going to show you one of these. This is the black one. The other one I did is gold because I thought that matched the cocoa color really well. But I'm just stamping those down. I have a extra, piece of like scrap paper. It's just copy paper to catch all of my excess when I dump on my embossing powder. So that way I can just funnel it, make a little funnel and put it right back in the bottle so I'm not wasting any. I am going to clean up any stray pieces with a paintbrush, but honestly, I didn't have a lot of stray pieces. It didn't, the anti-static tool worked pretty well there. And then I'm just going to heat set this until it is all smooth and shiny. When you're heat setting, you want to make sure that none of it looks granulated because then it's not all the way melted. It all should be super smooth and shiny. So then once that's done, like I said, I'm going to put that powder away, and then I'm going to use the black, just the regular black Nuvo ink to stamp my sentiment in here. And then for the gold one, which I think I did show you, I stamped it twice because I really like bold black. I do. But anywho, so for the gold one here, I'm going to use the acorn brown color. So it's all, I'm a sucker for matchy. I can't help it. My nails have to match my outfit. If I wear a tank top, like if I layer, and I'm a layerer, I like to wear lots of layers. I got to match all over the place. I can't help myself. So here I'm not fussy cutting up to the line. That's what I'm trying to say. I did leave a slight white outline because I knew I was going to have to when I fussy cut out the floral sprays, because there's no way for me to get that close and have it remain intact. So I did leave a slight white border around the flowers as well as the banners, so they all matched. And then here I'm going to be using the circles dies and the traditional heart. That's what I decided on, because I don't know, I just like traditional shapes. I like geometric shapes. So I'm going to put these down and then cut them out through my die cutting machine. So here's kind of all the pieces parts we're working with. The background felt a little bit plain to me. So I pulled out for the one side it's going to be antique gold, and for the other side it's going to be silver smoke. So you have to be careful here because you are putting a lot of moisture down. And it did kind of warp the paper a little bit, but as it dried, that seemed to settle. Alternatively, you could run them through your die cutting machine to kind of flatten them out, or iron them, or put them in a book and let them, dry that way. The silver wasn't really doing it for me. It's super pretty and I love the shine, but I needed something that was a little more contrasting for the black and white one. So I ended up using, you saw, the obsidian black, what are these called? The aqua markers. And then just squeezing that out and flicking some on the background. The gold was good for me. It provided enough contrast. So I just left that one the way it was. I didn't feel like I needed to add anything else to it. For the heart, I could not get this placement. I know y'all are feel for me. So I'm not pushing down the foam adhesive. I'm just setting it there so that I can see if it's straight. So third time's a charm. I finally got it on the third try. And then went ahead and pushed it down. For the banner, at first I thought that I was just going to do them all one level of foam tape. But then I realized that that's not going to work because I popped up my flowers as well as my heart. So that's 2 levels of foam tape. See what I'm saying? So in order for them to be flush, I have to have 2 levels of foam tape on the ends for where my banner will adhere to the actual card base. So here, that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting 2 layers there on the, first just on the right hand side because I thought that was all I needed, and then glue in the middle so it'll be glued to the actual flowers. But then as I scooted the banner down, I realized that the left hand side also needed some double stick, so it needed 2 layers. So I just put that on there and then we were good to go. I did the same thing for the other card. All of it is popped up on foam tape, and then the banner has 2 layers. I'm going to use the clear glitter gloss just to add some extra shine to the flowers so they aren't completely without anything. And this card was a little bit of a struggle for me just because I like black. I prefer the one on the right with the heart. But that's me. So I just thought they were kind of, elegant, something different, super kind of quick and easy, but still has that wow factor because of all the glitter. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.